Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Art Nouveau Tarot by Matt Myers, Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen. There's Gretchen's last name. That way, if you want to find any of those creators, you can find their stuff easily with the correct spellings of their name, at least according to the boxes. Okay. This is Taurus. Taurus. Now, when I'm feeling this energy coming in, I'm getting like, be careful about a false start. Be wary of a false start that may actually suit you better than you think. Let's see where this is going, because it's kind of like a false start. Like, who wants to false start? You're going to learn something from this that's going to help you make a better plan. That's what I'm getting. Now, starting off right off the bat, you got the prayer card. The situation needs to change. And when I say situation, it's almost like you're looking to buy another house or move or get a different job, or there's something here that's kind of major, is what I'm getting. Like either a new place to live, new place to make money, something. There's something here that has a new energy to it coming in. And you're looking for something kind of like what I've been doing up to this point. I don't like it. I don't like where I am. I don't like where it's going. I don't want to do this anymore. It's taking you a lot to get to this point, but you've gotten to that point where you're like, all right, where I am now, this is enough for this. I need things to change now. This isn't going to work for me anymore. So you're already on board with that. Like, I need to change. I need to find the right change, though. Now, the energy or the resistance around you does seem to be dissipating because you have creation coming in, and there's like another possibility coming your way. So if you're wanting to move, you're seeing something that's where you want it, in the level that you want it, in the price range that you want it. Whatever pieces you need to fit in there are mostly there. Again, even if it's like a work or something else, like you're seeing like there's a possibility here. This has the right amount of income I would like. The distance and all the other good stuff seems to be acceptable. So you're seeing something there, an opportunity is coming your way, but creative here in the environment is telling me you're kind of searching it out and identifying it, and then when you realize it's a match, you're actually advancing towards it. Creation in the environment tells me it's there, but you're looking to, like, you have to go over and pick it up. One of those things. Now, as you keep going forward, everything is not going to fit perfectly. And there might be a couple, like maybe 70 of it is good, 70%, 30% you're kind of like, I don't know. And of the parts that don't go exactly the way you need them to, there's a couple major questions if that's really going to work or not. So you're not really sure. You're like, I don't know. Some of this, whatever this new living situation or new work situation or whatever it is, some of this you're kind of like, if I go for this, if I do this, I'm not going to be able to change these pieces. Can I live with that? Because it's going to be like, it's almost like it's going to be X amount of miles away from wherever your family is, and you're like, oh, that's like an hour away from the major, that's from my family. I don't know if I like that. Can I really deal with that? Or if it's a work situation, kind of like, oh, I'm going to have to work 2 nights a week until 10 o'clock at night, and I don't really like that. Is that something I'm willing to deal with? And you're kind of like having to really answer that question for yourself. Like, is this worth me taking this change? I want to do something different. I want to go in a different way. I need things to change. But is this really the change for me? Is this really where I want to be? The change itself seems to be very accepting. So the power is mostly in your hands, whether you're going to take it or not. Because the situation seems very accepting and very welcoming to you. You have to decide, though, if this is something like whatever the point of contention is, you got to really like think it through. Like, for example, if you live an hour away from your family, you're like, okay, well, if I do this, if I do that, I can accept this or I can't accept that because of this or because of that. You have to come to terms on it. There's a lot of things in the environment I'm noticing too. Isolation. So you might isolation in some respect. I'm getting that. You're going to feel isolated from other people. Recovery though is like, for whatever you lose, you gain something different. So for example, if there's this hour away from everybody else, there's something. What are you doing, you crazy cat? There'll be a compensation for it. So like there's something about this that makes it worth it. You just got to decide if it's truly worth it enough. I want to go forward, but I got a little bit more to show here in the environment. Gratitude with the mysticism. If you decide to go forward with it, more opportunities, more things that'll go more your way will show up after you choose it. They're just giving you that heads up. If you do choose to do this, it goes more your way than you expect later on down the road. But they're also warning, like, this is on your side, perfection. You got to take it for its imperfections if you're going to do this. Now, the false start part of this is telling me, the Knight of Staves with the Justice is telling me, if you jump at this right off the bat, which doesn't seem like a Taurus thing to do, but if you just accept it as is, if you accept it as is, you're kind of cheating yourself. Because I'm getting, if you kind of play the game a little bit and hold back, there might be more negotiation ability here to get you something better. I'm getting, again, the false start here with the is it the Knight? Yep, the Knight of Staves, which is the Knight of Fire, the Knight of Wands, Knight of Rods, it's all the same. Crossing the Justice card, which is saying don't take the first thing coming your way. Because I feel like one of the reasons you might take this first situation is feeling like this is probably going to be the best option you're going to get. It may not be true. For example, if it's a living situation, keep negotiating and keep thinking about this one spot, whatever that is, but look around the area. You might find something else very close, so it still has some other hang-ups, but it may suit your life better. Same thing with the job thing. If there's something you don't like about that, for example, if they want you to work till 10 o'clock 2 nights a week, and you're like, that's not going to really work for me, I can't really do that. Instead of just saying, no, thank you, see what other things they can work out. What other things can we do that really isn't going to fit my lifestyle? What other options do we have here? What other ways can we work this out? I'm getting here, don't just accept it because you feel like that's all you're going to get and you really need this change. Be careful with that. Justice is here, but it's saying don't go forward too quickly. If somebody makes you feel like now or never, either take it or don't, just don't give them an answer and be like, well, I'd love to take it, but that's not going to work for me. Just leave it like that and see what happens. Because I'm getting negotiation ability on your side. King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Six of Cups. You don't want to end up creating a second situation that, even though it starts out better than your last situation, it ends up turning into the same unhappiness that you had before. You don't want to start at a level 5 situation, go into a level 7 situation, and then it goes back down to a 5 after a couple years. You don't want to do that again. Or even worse, you don't want to go from a level 3 situation, find something that's a level 6 or 7, and then after a couple years it goes back down to a level 3. You don't want to do that. So negotiate for what you want. Keep thinking about it. Keep talking about it. You got the negotiation skills on your side from what I'm getting, the Knight, the King of Swords, plus the Six of Cups. Like, you don't want to return to what you've already had. That's the big thing here. You got the Four of Swords, too. Keep going with this situation. Keep negotiating it. Keep negotiating it, because I'm getting... whatever you get here, you're going to keep for a long time. So if you do end up going forward with this, go forward on your terms. Think of it that way. This is something you're like, it's kind of like you're looking at this like the place that you're going to live in for the next 5 to 10 years, or the job you're going to keep for the next 5 to 10 years. Go for what you really want. Before you go into something new, make sure it's worth it, because you're going to stick there for a long time is what I'm getting. Now, what I'm getting here for the ending of this There's a lot of cards. There's a lot of good cards here, with the Six of Pentacles and the Lovers is telling me there's a lot of give and take. Taurus doesn't have a problem with working for what they get, or what they get. So you putting in the effort to get out something, like you're about that. I'll put in everything I need to do to get out what I want from it. Like, I'm willing to put in X amount. I'll put in 10 times the effort to get 10 times the reward. I have no problem with that. I'll put in this much effort and I get equal reward out. You have no problem, because the Six of Pentacles is saying everything you put in, you get equal amount out. It balances for you. It feels like it balances. The Lover's card is telling me this is a situation you can be very, very happy in. Things you got to watch out for are the self-worth, the impasse, and the destiny, and little snafus coming in every now and then. People are going to notice that you're a very hard worker, and they're going to kind of try to take advantage of that. So whatever situation it is here, whatever it's like, work, family, home, whatever it is you got going on here, keep that in mind, that somebody keeps trying to come in and trying to get you to do something for them or trying to take advantage of you. Don't feel like you need to do that. Know your self-worth, and don't let somebody pull that in on you. This next situation going forward could return to another bad situation if you let this person start chipping away at you. Because I feel when I see this Page of Swords, or the Page of Rods, Page of Staves, it's just Page of Fire either way. It's Page of Fire. When I'm feeling this, somebody keeps coming at you every now and then, just randomly, and they keep chipping at the situation. They keep chipping at the foundation. Don't let this person take advantage of you. The first time they do it, step up against them and tell them no. And every time they do that, it'll get easier if you just keep telling them no. That's the only thing I'm worried about with this situation. The next one you're going in, after you've done all this work to find something better, you've negotiated it, made it a better situation, somebody else already a part of it is going to try to manipulate you and get you to work for them more than yourself. Don't let them take advantage of you. Don't do it. Know your self-worth. Don't let them pass that. Don't let them get past your self-respect. There's something about this where this person just over time whittles you down and gets you to do stuff for them. It's almost like you're doing their work, or you're doing their share. Don't do the other person's share. Make them do their fairness. That's another thing with the Six of Pentacles. I almost feel like it's up to you to make sure that you police this and make sure that you do your fair share and other people a part of this do their fair share. Don't let people get away with not doing their fair share. If they're, for example, sick this week and they do a little less and you do a little more, then that should balance off later. When you are a little under the weather, give them an opportunity to do a little more and you do a little less. It needs to balance, and they need to realize that. Like, what you do for them today, they need to do for you tomorrow. And it's not like you need to keep like a ledger on the whole situation, but you need to keep an eye on it and pay attention when somebody's just kind of trying to get other people to do their share instead of doing what they should be doing. Anything else with this? I feel like this works out really well. They're just saying negotiate for what you want, make sure you get what you want, and then when you do have it, make sure people that are a part of it do their fair share. Don't let them get away with doing less than what they should. Okay, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.